Hello everyone, how's everyone doing today? So last video, I
Musicality.
basically said that I would try something new, something different with showing off new units. Um, I don't think I will do that. Not that it was bad, it's just if I showcase one unit, um, right, like for example Garo, I use him in other events, right, some that I definitely failed in, but anyway. Um, Basically, what I'm trying to say is that from now on, I don't think I'm gonna do like, um, I guess solo type videos unless they are specifically solo units, if that makes sense. So, like for example, Dante and his extreme boost needs Virgil, um, and then the jackpot soul, which obviously the jackpot soul is, I mean, yeah, that's not a big deal. But the having to use Virgil with Dante, yeah, I don't think so. Even still, I don't have Virgil, so in today's showcase, I won't be using Virgil, so we won't be seeing that. But um, I'm pretty sure that's the end of my spiel. So let's get into the showcase. So last video, like I said, I showcased Garo, and the other units that I need to showcase are Giorno, Benamaru, Grammy, and well, Dante, and I think I already said Giorno. So let me make a team, and I'm gonna go into infinite mode. So see you guys once I do that. Okay, here we are in the Halloween infinite mode. So today, or I should say, sorry, for this team, essentially, I couldn't bring, what's his face, freaking Jotaro, because I need Dio for him, so, but my team's pretty full, so, I wasn't able to bring him, but obviously I will showcase him after I showcase these units. So give me a second while I get my money up, and then yeah, so give me a second. Okay, so it wasn't that long of a cut. Anyway, let's start off with Giorno as the starting unit. His damage isn't all that great, but let me upgrade him. Let me just finish all his upgrades. Yeah. The lag is kind of nuts. Anyway, so as you can see here, Giorno has or summons scorpions, and these scorpions basically heal themselves constantly to gain more health, as you can see here. And I think they're based off his damage and the enemy's health. Let me see here real quick. Yeah. So, it's basically okay, so all of his summons in range pretty much gain more health depending on his current damage and the current wave. So he's definitely an infinite mode unit. Obviously you could use him anywhere really. He's pretty good. The only bad thing is that his scorpions don't give you any money if they kill an enemy. So, say you're defeating a boss of some sort, and you won't get the money from the said boss when it's defeated if the scorpion kills it. That's basically how that works. It sucks, but it is what it is. So his ability, sorry. So Giorno's ability is when the boss is in range, you can spawn clones of that same boss, and then after 30 seconds, 20% of the total damage dealt to the boss from the clones is re-inflicted on the boss itself, and then the boss is returned to the first clone's position. So it's pretty good actually. Definitely. But I just don't see myself using him. He also has a Requiem orb buff, which I didn't place on him, which I don't know why, but I didn't. So essentially, the Requiem orb, when a boss is spawned, will rewind essentially the boss to make it go backwards, which is cool. So let me real quick place down. I need to take off effects real quick because god dang, I do not need these on. Okay, so this is kind of a spoiler for this unit, but whatever. Okay, so back to Giorno. The Requiem orb, like I said, rewinds the boss for a certain amount of time, and there would be a bar up on Giorno's UI that has a certain stack, and that stack essentially buffs him, is from what I understand, and essentially that's pretty much it. So each time that the orb procs, and he hits an enemy while in that state, he'll gain stacks for it. It's the same thing for Benimaru as well, when he has that one flame orb, the destruction orb, but he doesn't have it on because I didn't put it on him. I forgot to, but it is what it is. It's fine. So I'll keep yeah, screw it. I'll keep them on for now. Alright, so this is Benimaru, and he has two abilities, which is Sun Will Formation, as you can see right here, and then the last one is Destruction, which I think is once you fill up this bar to a certain extent, which is a nuke as well, which is cool in my opinion. And then so this ability, gain passive King and Destruction, and then gain active Destruction. Gain Sunburn, more damage, more range, and critical damage. And the requirement is 100 billion total damage. So, and he definitely has it. And there we go. We get Destruction. But he won't get Destruction like stacks, if that makes sense. Because he doesn't have the orb. So, again, I didn't place it on him. And by the way, both Giorno and Benimaru have their skins on. So does Dante, and I don't think Heavenly Chad does. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. Even without the orb, I think Benimaru does get his stacks, but he doesn't. He gets it a lot faster with the orb, I think, is from what I understand. I could be wrong. But the good thing is, though, is that he is very cheap, which is, again, like I said, very good for, progressive stages and stuff. So, let me... I think that's basically it. The Destruction ability, deal damage stat, which would be 4.7 billion, or 4.07 billion, sorry, and times that by the destruction meter. So it would be 4 billion times 185, which would be quite a bit. I'm not doing the math on that because I really don't care. But you get the point. So that's basically... Oh, and he also... So if there's a burn unit in his range, he will buff the amount of DOT that burn does to other enemies, is from what I understand. And then there's a 5-second local cooldown per copy. So, and then yeah, so enemies that enter this unit's range for the first time gain scorches for 30 seconds, and then every 45 seconds instantly finish all DOT damage taking on enemies. For every DOT finish, gain 1 destruction meter. So that's how that works. Cool. So that's Benimaru. I kind of want to see if he can take out the boss. I don't think he reaches his range. I don't even know how far his range goes. Oh, never mind. And he's dead anyway. So, Okay, never mind on that. But now let's look at Dante. Okay, so yeah, he has a skin on. Okay, and he does have the jackpot orb on. Because I guess I put it on him before this. I don't know. Okay, so jackpot marks the ally with the lowest SPA in range. Both Dante and the marked ally have a 10% chance to follow up with each other's attacks. So this is if Virgil was in his range. Okay, so if Virgil is marked, it gains combo meter and combo rank passives. Excuse me, sorry. So essentially, if Virgil is not in his range, he does not gain either of these. Okay, so smoking, okay, whatever. So temporarily gain, okay. So he can't get his rank anyway because I don't have Virgil in his range. Okay, every 8th attack, deal 10 times damage in range, applying, what, Mutilate? Yeah, Mutilate and Black Flames off this multiplier, plus 20% crit damage on attack, and then gains Rupture. Is that what that says? Yep. Okay. So yeah, so let's get his trigger ability. And as you can see, his bar is filling up. And then what exactly? Okay, so he still gains his combo meter, as you can see here. And then obviously the higher the combo rank, the more damage he does is, yeah, from what I understand. And he's perfect seal, which makes this all perfect. Okay, so I did get Mystical on Gremmy. I heard that he's actually good with Shinigami. I didn't get Shinigami on him, and I don't plan to roll. I'm not gonna roll it off. I don't care. Well, I think I should care because, okay, we'll see. yeah, he's good with Shinigami. Okay, so essentially what he does is that he can clone himself, and that's good. Because he essentially he buffs himself from the amount of clones that he has, and then he gains like different stats, effects, and stuff, and so does his clones, which is really good. That's pretty much all he is, and I'm pretty sure this is a nuke. Colossal Meteor. So yeah, deals 15 billion damage to enemies in units range, and then extreme. Okay. The Extreme Boost variant, deals 2.5 trillion damage. And then for 100 seconds, any enemy entering range is afflicted with Sunburn, and then scales off 10 times this unit's damage. And gains Despair. So, so yeah. This unit's good. If I had... if I had him with Shinigami, he'd be better, but I didn't put Shinigami on him, and I'm sad. But I don't really want to roll it off. So it is what it is. Alright, so that is those guys, and then now I'm going to showcase Jotaro Kujo. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's, not that. So let's place Jotaro down first, okay? Yeah, he has his skin on. As you can see, he looks pretty freaking sick. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, he's a line, but if I place Dio, he's full AoE. So let me max him out first. Okay. So let's look at his abilities first. So his existence erasure, instantly kill all enemies marked with overwrite, which is guaranteed with Dio in his range, by the way. And then obviously it's got time stops, and then as I said, overwrite is guaranteed with Dio in his range. And then the overwrite cycles between effects, which is cool, but yeah. that's pretty much. So he's definitely a huge support unit. So he can time stop units in his range for 5 seconds, heal clones from debuffs, or I mean he gets rid of debuffs from all the units in his range. Okay, and then he also does okay, he gets rid of 1.5% of max HP. I think that's how that works. Yeah, so it's something like that. So yeah, that is Jotaro. However, let me sorry. I didn't do this with the others, but you know, you can look, you can do that on your own, I guess. So it was like 5 billion. Yeah, 5.5. Okay, it's 5 billion. That's his damage. 100% crit rate. I think that's pretty much affected by probably some of the trick or treat orbs, but definitely with Dio in his range. So, but yeah, that is the extreme boost units. Let me know if you guys enjoyed, what your thoughts are, all that good stuff. Expect within probably tomorrow or the day after an Anime Guardians video, because I have not finished all of the Chainsaw Man stuff or the Halloween stuff, so I need to start doing that. But yeah, if you guys are interested, be on the lookout for that. Like and subscribe, and yeah, see you next time. Peace.